Okay, it should be recording now.
Perfect.
Okay, so just looking at assignment. I guess we can start with part 1. Do you have it all?
Sorry. I'm trying to still open everything. Sorry about that. My computer, for some reason, with the Facebook thing, like I can't have the FaceTiming thing up and my slides up at the same time.
Is this PowerPoint one that we read earlier this week, or is it supposed to be in this folder?
I think it's that PowerPoint that we read earlier.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't see a PowerPoint here.
Yeah.
Okay, I should have it in my downloads then. So basically, what I got from the PowerPoint was that people are more willing to participate in a health program if they think that they're at risk, or if they think that there's a benefit in preventing illness from participating in the program. And they kind of showed that through the public health service example with tuberculosis.
Yeah, I think that's so true, because I think it's so interesting. Like when somebody from like my own standpoint, like when I know someone that has a disease, like it's more interesting for me to sit and learn about it, because I'm like, oh, you know, if their loved one or if they have friends that have it, then I think it's easier to relate. I think that's why people catch on more.
Yeah,
they can relate to.
And I realized, like, most of the time when women go get mammograms, it's because they're like worried that they have a lump, or if they are, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another kind of intervention or program.
I know, like for women, I know, like my mother-in-law, like her sister was. So as soon as her sister was diagnosed with breast cancer, then everyone in the family, went to make sure.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's like, why don't we participate in more programs before
kind of something dramatic? Yeah, like something dramatic kind of has to happen. Then it's like, oh crap, it could happen to me.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing on my to-do list is to participate in more.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
For sure.
So, summarize how the health belief model works. Okay. Let me minimize the screen. So basically, from my notes, it's based on let me see.
So it's really just to explain, like, the change, like in my notes, I just wrote like the change and maintenance of health related behaviors. And as a guided framework for health behavior interventions is what I got from the reading.
Yeah, and then it's based on, I'm not sure if it's like a different constructs or whatever, but like susceptibility, severity, benefits, barriers, action, and self-efficacy. Like those are the different, I guess, variables that relate to every individual differently, and that kind of determines whether or not they will be part of a program or change their behaviors.
Yeah.
Okay. Letter B for that question is discuss the processes and how they relate to the stages of the model. Okay.
Hmm.
Were those the stages that I talked about?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was just pretty
Yeah.
much what we just talked about for A. Yeah.
And the processes, I'm not sure what the processes are exactly, but for susceptibility, it's an individual's, like, their belief in regards to the likelihood that they'll get the illness. So like you said, like your mom has breast cancer, so then everybody in the family might feel like they're more susceptible to it. So they'll go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then severity is how they feel about the seriousness of getting the illness. Every time I say serious, my phone thinks I'm talking to Siri. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. Benefits. What are the benefits of joining a program? The barriers. Oh, that one was interesting. So like for different cultures and like a barrier for the average Asian woman to receive a mammogram would be completely different from like the average American.
Yeah. I remember reading that too. I thought it was really interesting.
And then action can be as simple as a sneeze or the mention of a poster. So right now, like, I guess with every little kid that's getting croup, it's like you see somebody else like coughing or sneezing, and you're like,
I know. It is so bad. It is.
it's the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No, that's so true though. Because I sit and watch all these little kids. Like, well, like I take her to nursery and I see like a little kid sneeze, and I'm like I was just. Or we went to Frightmares or like Utah last weekend with family, and their little kids had it, and I'm like, well, first they brought them was kind of crazy, but second, I knew like I was just expecting that it was gonna happen because I'm like they're sick, she's gonna get sick. Like when they're little like that, you can't predict it. So it's so true. It just kind of. You see a sneeze and you know it's gonna hit.
I know, especially because they stick their hands in their mouths and then touch everything.
They share everything. You know, I'm like, you can't get after them. Like, they're trying to share, but I'm like, don't share, don't touch each other.
She's like, but you told me to share.
I know.
Yeah, she's like, you need to stick to what you told me.
I know. Like, are you losing your mind, Mom? Are you crazy?
You're like, yes, I am.
I am going to go crazy when you get sick because we don't sleep and we don't do anything for a week.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how you do it. I work with families at the preschool program that I work for here in Utah, and like every week it's like somebody else has something, and I'm just like, I don't know how you do it, because mom doesn't get sick because nothing gets done. Like, in fact, everything's undone.
I don't think moms should be allowed to get sick. I don't let her kiss me or breathe on me. I'm like, I can't, because I just go between everyone. I'm like, we have to keep our distance for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Yeah. Hopefully it's worth it. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It is so worth it. I'm just complaining. I should be complaining right now. No, it is so worth it. She's still so fun even when she's sick. It's just hard. I'm like, I just want to make you better. I'd rather be sick than you sick.
Oh, yeah. But nobody else wants that, because as soon as mom's sick, it's like everything falls down on its own.
The house shuts down.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully you guys get better, and hopefully you don't get sick, and yeah.
Thank you. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Like, at least now it's hitting now, so we should be good for the whole winter. I'm praying.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, the last one here, the last step is self-efficacy. So that's just the idea that an individual can be successful and that they can have their desired outcomes. So I guess you get the flu shot. Bless you. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. Thank you.
There's the action.
I know. Yep. It's coming. It's hitting.
It's real life application here.
Exactly. I try. No.
Okay, so moving along here. I want to make sure you get to your movie on time.
Perfect.
So what kind of interventions centered on the processes move people through the stages?
Let's see. What kind of interactions were there? Well, it's kind of like what we kind of talked about, I feel.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you said, like when someone has a sneeze, or if, a family member, they get diagnosed, it's like, oh, I need to go get checked out,
Mm-hmm. Or maybe specifically, like in the reading, there was the health behavior belief model with risky sexual behavior. So, like
Yeah.
with these, they focused on adolescents and young adults in the U.S. and then more general public in Africa. So, and what they did was they asked people questions to measure their susceptibility. So, and then they measured their self-efficacy because they kind of noticed that there was a correlation between self-efficacy and then safe sex behaviors. So if they think that they'll be more I don't really know where I'm going with that, but like if they think that they can be more successful with the program, then obviously they'll participate in it. So
Exactly.
but yeah, like we already talked about with the mammograms as well.
Perfect.
Okay. So part 2, scenario discussion. Underage youth get tattoos either to rebel against parents or to be accepted by peers. As a health educator, you have to put aside your own personal feelings about the circumstances in order to work with the target population. Okay. Do you want to read the following? Do you want to read the quote?
Yeah. Okay. It says peer and prenatal influence is complete and often conflict. As youth approach early adulthood, they decide upon ways they wish to present themselves to others and count the cost of doing so by gauges reactions they get. Attendance is a process of psychological risk and rewards. For example, the choice between acceptance by peers and rejection by parents and other authority figures factors into the decision-making process for behaviors in general. We imagine this to be more consequential when individuals contemplate getting something as permanent as a tattoo. And so, what is the behavior behind tattooing?
I feel like, is that a trick question? So
I know.
the first thing that comes to my mind is obviously rebellion.
Yeah.
Like they kind of lined out what it is by getting the reactions of others. So what is the behavior behind tattooing?
I don't know. Some people, like it says, like some people do it like as a friend thing. Some people do it. Like I know like siblings, they go all get like a family, like a sibling tattoo. So it has like some like sentimental value behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, some's for like the rebellion. I don't know if it's Oscar.
I think it's case by case.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know how else to answer that other than
That's perfect.
Like I think if it was an intervention like to help teens stop risky behavior or something, then obviously the behavior would be like defiance, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, part 3.
I think this is that application assignment. I've looked over it. Have you?
I have it open right here.
It's just the application assignment.
Okay, so we have the framework and then we have the
the chart.
Okay, I have that open. Have you already started going through it, or?
I started a little bit of it, but I was gonna finish it after a show.
Yeah. So I was just barely looking over
Yeah.
it.
I'm like, it's so much easier to do it when my daughter's sleeping, so I don't do
Everything is. Yeah, it's like as soon as you get on the phone, you're needed, or
Oh, yep, exactly. I sit down, I'm like, okay, I should get
actually
some
need to
stuff
do.
done.
It's like,
She's off playing, and then I'll sit down. She's like, "Mom," I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Like,
she's
okay,
so cute.
She's so fun.
So I think that we just have to find. Do we find different examples for the different interventions that we talked about for the different steps of the process, the model?
Yeah, that's what I think it's asking.
Okay. We have to make our own interventions. And then we all submit our own.
Is that what we need to do?
Adolescents at risk or likelihood of being tattooed, interested in tattoos, or obtaining a or another tattoo. Okay.
Hello? So we need to use one of those for the target populations?
Yeah, so we're just making a health educator. Okay, so for youth that want to get tattoos or are a likelihood for getting tattoos, we have to have different interventions for each of the constructs. So like the susceptibility that we talked about. I'm a little confused as to we have to find a different intervention for every single one.
I know, I'm not. Because it says like on the top, says identify the target population you're working with. Inside, it looks like to me, for me, it says just do like the tattooing, and then it goes for all of the rest of the boxes. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So for susceptibility, I guess, it's hard because it's not like an illness or something.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's belief. And is it like risky behavior?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the severity. It's like it's not life or death.
I know. I was like, I don't know if I'm just being worldly, but this doesn't seem like.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
Okay.
Oh no, maybe for like severity, you can say. I don't know. I guess it'd be like kind of silly, but if everyone in the family has one, I don't know. Then maybe it'd be weird if they don't. If one person, I don't know. I really have no idea.
Mm. So for susceptibility, I'm putting an intervention to help individuals realize there's a high likelihood of contracting an illness through tattoos,
Yeah.
through the needles, maybe.
Huh. Well, people can get a disease from like if the needles aren't cleaned correctly and stuff like that and sanitized, you definitely could get nasty diseases from those things.
Okay, and then severity. Their feelings about seriousness of an illness, maybe like an intervention to ask questions, like open questions to help them ponder the severity of.
Yeah, maybe to see like really what could happen when you got like I don't know. It's kind of like when I kind of think of like an IUD. You know what I mean? Like you have to do like your pros and cons of getting something like or birth control. You know, something like that. Like this could happen, but this can also happen type thing. Like this could be a good thing, or you know, there's always that chance that something could happen as well. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. So kind of like with the HIV one, it would ask them questions like, let's see if I even wrote one. He was like, how safe are you? Or what is your likelihood of contracting an illness? You know. Okay. Perceived benefits. Okay, maybe for perceived benefits, I thought interventions focused on tattoo-free bodies.
Yeah, the difference between having the tattoo and like maybe like a lifelong, like what will the tattoo look later in life when it does now?
Seriously.
It's not going to be pretty when you're 80.
Perceived barriers. Weighing the expected benefits with the perceived barriers. I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like with all of them, they're kind of the same.
Yeah. I'm looking for like anti-tattoo.
I don't know. One of the examples, which it could go with like the tattooing too, it's like how is this like in the paragraph with like perceived barriers, it says it could help me, but it may be sorry, I'm scrolling down. May be expensive, have negative side effects, be unpleasant. So that's kind of that'd be like with a tattoo, it'd hurt. They're expensive and stuff like that. Is that kind of what it's asking?
Maybe. Oh yeah, like for barriers.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like that. Yeah. I think cue to action is a hard one.
I don't know what to do for this one.
I think for self-efficacy, like showing successful individuals without, or like people having successful, happy, artistic demonstrations of them.
Oh yeah, like on their body. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
It's hard for. Oh, I want to think of one for cue to action.
I know.
Maybe something graphic like an infected tattoo.
Exactly. They had to get their arm amputated.
Okay.
Or maybe, a cue of action could be like when they see someone that has a bad tattoo.
Oh.
That for the rest of their life.
Yeah, true. When I see one, I'm like,
I know.
So embarrassing. Okay. Whew. Okay, those are good. So from there, I'm just gonna work on the other boxes.
Perfect.
But I'm just gonna be working on homework tonight. So if you have any questions or anything, you're always welcome to text me, and then I'll probably bug you if I have any.
Yeah, shoot me some texts. Like I said, the show I will be in from like 7 to like 9:30 the latest. So about like 9:45 10, I'll start working on it. So I'm up all night. So if you need anything, just let me know.
Sounds good. Enjoy your show. What are you guys watching?
Oh, we're thinking of taking we can't decide between Trolls or that new army one that's coming out. Like the guy that doesn't use a gun.
Oh my gosh. Is it Jack Reacher?
No. It's this guy that goes off to army to the war, and he won't use a gun. Like he just goes out and saves people. But anyhow, it's just a new one that came out this weekend. My husband's been wanting to see it, so I don't know if it's based off a true story or not. Oh, it's based off a true story.
Oh,
yeah. So he went off to war and didn't use one. He would not shoot a gun at anyone. He would not kill anyone. he just wanted to save people, and he lived.
Huh.
Kind of crazy, but so we don't know. But
We'll
anyway,
have fun. Let me know how it goes next week. I think we'll try and make like Shannon the group leader for next
okay.
week.
Well, or if she can't do it, I will, and I will write a note right here that I am the group leader, and I will get it going too. So
Okay.
whatever.
I'll go ahead and paste this in a little discussion board thing, or I'll submit it tonight.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Enjoy your movie. Bye, Sam.
Yeah. Bye.